Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple. Products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Slowly find myself going back to my old ways with my podcast. Overall, like I remember at the start of my podcast, like I'll try to like go and do an episode and then just mess up for some odd reason and keep on messing up and I'm having to do the whole thing all over again. And I find that so annoying. I find that so annoying where I'm like trying to do a video or do a podcast episode and I'm having to do it over and over and over and over again. Like, man, it was one of my friends, she just recently told me how she's, she started a YouTube channel with her siblings. And it's so messed up because I want to do like the most creative like shout out video for her and stuff. But she started a YouTube channel and I'm like, if you ever have to deal with some stuff like that where you gotta do the same thing over and over and over again, it gets frustrating after a while. Past few days, that's what I've been struggling with. And I'm like, and then if I do an episode that I don't want to do, like the relationship advice or the asking Reddit questions, like, I don't know, like, I want to do that, but I don't want to be forced to do it, you know? Like, I want to be able to, like, start up my podcast and just talk about anything. And that's what I'm mainly be talking about, is how I think, instead of, like, a lack of motivation, I think I'm just overall burnt out. Like, I just do not, I am motivated. That's the thing where I kept trying to tell myself that I'm, like, just lack the motivation in making videos or it's like got like a like message on Instagram. But anyways, but the lack of motivation to what does that mean? I don't know what does OFC means. I don't even know what that means. OFC meaning. Of course. Oh, that's what that means. It's so weird when they use like 3 letters, but it's like for two words or something like that. That seriously, that throws me all off. But anyways, like I'm over here like trying to convince myself like, oh, it's just I'm not motivated and things. Like, no, that's the thing. I am motivated. I done created 20 YouTube channels, then released an album. I did like, so I don't even know how many TikTok videos I've done and a bunch of other videos I've done. Like, overall, like, all the videos I've done while quarantined, I mean, that's probably the most that I've done in a while. Like, I don't think I've ever done that many videos in a long time. Like, probably since 2015 and stuff. So, YouTube, like, see, here I am again, about to mess up. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again. If I mess up, I mess up. Overall, I feel like that's just something that people need to accept about me. But I'm like, I just do not feel like starting this episode all over again. Even though I'm only 2 minutes in, I'm like, that's 2 minutes. I'm just not going to get back and stuff. So, but it's like, this what happens. It's like you get distracted. That's my problem. It's like I get distracted too easily. I need to, like, man, I'm telling you, like, when YouTube really takes off, like when everything really takes off with YouTube, I feel like that is going to happen soon. I'm going to if I like move into a big house, like I'm turning a room into just, that's going to be like the studio or the YouTube room or just where I do all of my videos and stuff. Like, alright, yeah, I have that planned out where it's like I want to just have like a room. Like, yeah, if I get me a big house and it's a guest room, there ain't gonna be no guests. I'm like, the guest is gonna have to sleep in the living room or something. Get you a sleeping bag or get an air mattress or something, but I'll get like a couch where it has like a mattress on it, but no, I'm turning the guest room into a YouTube room. If I have multiple rooms, I'm like, okay, then maybe they could get a guest room, but I'm like, nah, whichever room, we got multiple rooms. See, that's the thing though. Then I'm like, dang, what if I have a family and then I gotta like take that room down? Maybe I might do it in the garage or something. I don't even know. I'm over here thinking about my life and my future and stuff, and it hasn't even happened yet. That's like the sucky part about like just life and things. Like you think so much about the future and stuff, but you're still like stuck in just the reality of just your life and things. I think I overall talked about that a while ago. And yeah, it's a sucky feeling. It's a very, very sucky feeling. And it's like that's like one thing where it just like it motivates me to make videos and my podcast and make music and all that stuff. But it's just messed up, like where you think like, oh, okay, like if I do these things, then this is gonna happen, but then it doesn't, and then you're just sitting there just like, well, what did I do all these things for, you know? And I'm just like, that's I have to say that is one thing about me though, is that I'm very impatient, very, very impatient. I need stuff to happen like now. Like I don't want to wait anymore for things. Like I feel like I waited so long, but also on the other note, I have wasted a lot of time, so I feel like that it's the amount of time that I wasted, that's going to be the amount, it's added to the amount of time that I gotta wait for, you know, this life that I want and stuff. That's how I overall think. And a person shouldn't think like that, you know? Like, it's like the things that I think about, I shouldn't be thinking about stuff like that, you know? I should just, like, just strictly just think about, you know, YouTube and all of that stuff. Like, nothing else. Like, I wish I could, but I don't know. Always find myself, like, I'll get upset because I've messed up in a video or I messed up in the podcast and I don't feel like doing it, and I end up doing it all late and stuff. Man, it's just, like, the struggle with all of that stuff. It's horrible. Like, you know, it's my friend telling me how she just started up a YouTube channel with her siblings. And I'm like, man, I overall should, like, just, like, tell her and warn her, like, the struggles of getting into YouTube and things. Like, overall, because she knows about, like, the hate that I get. So I think she might be prepared for it. Like, well, I don't know. I've watched her videos. Her videos aren't even bad. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, I don't think she's gonna get any hate. If she does, I'm like, there's just some people out there, just like some sad individuals and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I was like, now I was watching these Dr. Dre videos and things. Like, I guess it was like from a documentary that he, like, it was, I think it was overall about him. But it was about, like, his time at NWA, and it was about his, like, time after NWA, and then in Death Row Records, and then after Death Row Records. And I'm watching that, and I'm just all like, I felt like I can relate to him in a way. Like, I'm not trying to gas myself up or make myself seem like that I am. Like, people don't overall have to agree with the stuff that I say, but it started talking about, like, him being a genius, you know, and how, like, hard life can be, like, you know, when you have that mindset, like, of you being a genius. And I'm like, dang, you know, that does make sense. I feel like I can relate to that in a way. Like, overall, I do feel like in some sort of way that I am a genius. Like, that ain't even, I know people are gonna probably say some old stuff like, oh, like, TMossBoss is crazy, Tyler is crazy, like, he's no genius, like, there ain't nothing genius about him. My thing is, though, is that not too many people are doing what I'm doing. Like, I don't know any YouTubers that have 20 YouTube channels, a podcast, they make music, all of these different, like, genres of videos and stuff, like to overall start all over, because I'm like, you know, I was like adding in like the video ideas and stuff. So 20 YouTube channels, heavily on social media with, like, you know, like TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff, podcasts. I'm not receiving any help with any of this stuff. I mean, yeah, like, the subscribers and the support that I get, like, within my YouTube channel is, like, they're like, there's that help. But, like, putting the videos up or editing the videos or any of that stuff or working on music and things or any, like, I have done everything by myself. Everything by myself. Like, I didn't have, like, I feel like that there's a lot of, like, people out there on the YouTube platform that's had handouts. You've had people there to help you. It's funny, it was like the people that was beefing with me, they were like getting on me about the videos I upload and stuff, not realizing I'm doing all of this on my own. I don't mind doing it on my own, and I'm not trying to complain, like saying like, oh, I wish I could get some help. Honestly though, if this is what I've mentally prepared myself for being like alone. I'm like, that's the thing where I'm like, I'm not trying to, like, sound cocky or sound arrogant or things, but it's like, I don't really care if somebody is there to help me. Overall, if it's up to me to get the stuff done, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to wait on anybody. That's the thing people need to know. I'm very impatient. So I'm not gonna wait on anybody. I'm not going to, beg people. Like, that's not me. I'm like, I just get stuff done. So if there's a video that I need to get done, if there's a video that I need to edit, I do all of that on my own. Like, I'm working on a video right now. It's a McNasty theme video. You guys might see me post about it on YouTube already, but I'm like, there's no help on that. I got music that I haven't even released yet, and there's still like some music that I need to make. No help on that. And then also writing music. No help on that. Like ideas and like ideas for my podcast, ideas for like TikTok videos, ideas for other form of videos and stuff. Like, no help on that stuff. Like, that's why, and I encourage people to, like, do not get into something expecting other people to help you in things, and that's why I'm like, I just, I always thought, like, people are supposed to help, and I'm like, that's not the case. You're supposed to do this all on your own. So, and that's the thing where I'm like, I've gotten to the point where I just felt like really burnt out, and it's like I just don't have the energy anymore for this. But I still got to do all of this stuff, and I think I talked about that a while ago, where I'm like, I'm overall going to, and like, I wouldn't necessarily say harming myself, but I feel like I'm overall going to see a point in time where I'm like, okay, I need to slow down. Like, I need to take a break. I need to relax. And that's why I'm like, that's one thing where I just have to say, like, I'm not really worried or scared if it does happen. But I know that, like, because I had to say, like, I've been up, like, every single night for I don't even know how long now. Probably ever since quarantine really started. Like, probably up until 2, 3 a.m. recording videos or working on videos and stuff. And, that's why I'm like, yo, like, if it gets to a point where I just end up, like, passing out because I'm just, like, so tired from just working with all this YouTube stuff, if it happens, it happens. That's where it's just, I really don't want to, like, put fear in anybody's eyes, and I don't really want, like, my friends to be worried about me and stuff. Like, I think I'll see that point before it happens and things, but I don't know. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, like, overall, like, I'm in this alone, so I got to just work hard. Like, and I know it was, same friend started a YouTube channel and things. She was telling me how it's like, I should slow down and stuff. And I'm like, I can't. I've made promises to her. I've made promises to other people. There's promises that I haven't even told people that, like, things I plan on doing for them and stuff. And I'm like, I cannot wait. I can't slow down. I can't take a break. Even when I was, like, dealing with my stuff in the beginning of quarantine, and I was overall talking about taking a break. Like, I wanted to come back, like, maybe a few days later and stuff. I overall was taking a break. I was just uploading, like, pre-recorded videos and stuff. The only thing that I really was, like, doing that was new and current was my podcast. And even then, I was just like, and that's where I'm like, man, just to, like, really show, like, that's where I'm like, when I said stuff like, I lack the motivation and what I'm doing and stuff, no, I am not. That's why I'm like, I don't even know why I was like trying to convince myself that. That's why I feel like that everything really happens for a reason. Like, I was saying that deep down inside, I wasn't believing in it. I kept having to tell myself that, like, oh, you lacking the motivation of what you're doing. But then when I sit down and think about it, it's like all of the stuff that I've got done, like, while quarantine and just in general, like, the past 5 years of taking YouTube serious, where I got one YouTube channel with over 2,000 videos, another YouTube channel with over 2,000 videos. The majority of those videos uploaded from 2015 all the way up until now, today. And then still videos that I haven't even uploaded yet onto YouTube. Like, that's, I'm like, what lack of motivation? Like, what are you talking about? Like, where'd that even come from? So, yeah, I honestly, I don't believe that I lack the motivation of YouTube. I just, it's something that I just cannot believe in things. So, despite all of this stuff that I've dealt with YouTube, I think I'll go through this stuff all over again. I mean, I just feel like that it's a slow process, but I feel like I'm still going through this stuff that I'm going through on YouTube. So, but yeah, overall, if I did have, like, a chance though to, like, start all over and do it the correct way, I seriously would. Like, that's one thing I wish I could, like, do is go back in time, like probably when I was like 14 and when I had originally started my main channel, and actually doing something with it. Like that was the thing, how I was like, I was all nervous and shy and I didn't really want to make videos. And I was like, and then same friend that just recently started a YouTube channel with her siblings, she started a video, like so her and her siblings, I'm telling you guys right now, like some of the most talented people that I think I have seen in a while. Like she was saying how like they were all like, you know, kind of like shy in their first video. Their first video was better than like my first like 2 years of YouTube. Like their first 4 videos was better than 2 years worth of content that I've uploaded onto YouTube. That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? Like maybe it was an age thing, because I know I did get into YouTube when I was pretty young. I was 14 years old, so dang, like when I sit down and think about it, actually no, I was 13. I was 13 when I got into YouTube. Dang, it's just crazy to think that. Like I've been on YouTube for like 10 years now. Huh. Well, I think July will be officially 10 years, because I did create another. There was a channel that I created in July, but I lost the email to it and I couldn't go back on the account anymore. So, dang, like July, it'll be like 10 years since I've been on YouTube. But I mean, I guess like with my main channel, it would be on August 3rd would be like the official 10 years and stuff. I guess I'll wish that channel like a happy like 10-year like birthday or anniversary or something when that time comes. But anyways, yeah. I'm burnt out. Overall, like, what I'm trying to tell you guys is that I'm burnt out with YouTube. What does that overall mean? I'm still going to come out with content. In fact, I plan on recording videos right after this and working on videos right after this. Even though I'm tired, like right now I'm tired. I feel my eyes feeling very, very heavy right now, but it is okay. I think I got like a remedy for that. I can't even tell you guys what it rhymes. It's a Red Bull, alright? I'm over. I don't want y'all to be all like, does TMossBoss do drugs? What is he talking about? What's a remedy? I'm like, what are you? It's a Red Bull, so just everybody calm down, okay? But anyways, what else? That was another thing I wanted to talk about, is like all this like protesting and riots and all that stuff. I wanted to like talk about that a little bit, because a lot I've seen where people where they're against the rioting and the protesting, and it's like, it's crazy. Like right now, downtown Seattle, they're like, I guess they're protesting and rioting and stuff, and that's the thing where I'm like, everybody is like, oh, they shouldn't be like the looting, okay, you know, the burning down stuff, all right, like do like a normal protest where y'all are just marching, you know, sitting in somewhere and thing. That's the thing though, I guess like with that way of doing protesting, where it's like you guys aren't rioting, you guys aren't doing anything, like y'all are just marching and stuff. I've seen in cases where that has happened and people have been attacked like by cops and stuff, like sprayed with pepper spray. What else? Like yeah, they've gotten abused by doing that and stuff. So I feel like the reason why people are probably doing these things, like burning down buildings and all this stuff, because they're like, look, we cannot be pushed around anymore. And that's the sad part, where we have to like say that, or we have to demonstrate that, where we have to go out, burn down a store, or you know, loot a store, or do some other crazy wild things. Like, and I'm telling you, like, my goodness, they are doing some wild things. They burnt down the Minneapolis police station. They showed up to the one dude's house that killed what is that guy's name? Like, they've been promoting his name all over the place. And I ain't even trying to be, it's just something that I'm, like, overall trying to avoid seeing. Like, you know, everybody's, like, posting videos and photos of that man, like, getting killed and stuff. I think it's, like, George Floyd or something like that. But I really don't want to be incorrect if that isn't. Yeah, okay, so it is George Floyd is his name. Okay, so just making sure. I was, like, I didn't want to, like, mess up on saying his name. I know I feel like people would get mad at me over some stuff like that, but yeah, it's just overall people, they're like, yo, we cannot be pushed around anymore. We can't have like senseless deaths, you know, people out here getting killed for what reason? They're all like, this man got killed because of they're overall talking, I think they said it was for some bounced checks or something like that. Like, really? The man had to lose his life over some bounced checks. Like, how many times have, like, people have, like, done that type of stuff, you know, where if he was passing around like fake checks or whatever he was doing and stuff, how many people have gotten away with that? Probably millions of people have gotten away with that. Not any of them had to lose their lives over it. So the fact that he lost his life over it, you really think people are going to be peaceful? You think, and this stuff has been happening for how long now? How long? And that's when people, when they're saying like it's pretty much like a modern day lynching and stuff, it, in a way, yeah, it is. It is. And there's people, it's like people that I'm friends with that's like overall like saying that the rioting ain't the way and stuff. I'm like, look, it's like when I don't know about you, but for me at least, I know that I'm worried when I go out and about because I don't know who I'm going to come across. Like, I felt like, and to overall just give you guys a perspective view of a black person. When I step outside, whether I'm going for a walk, if I'm going to the store, if I'm hanging out with friends, going to work, whatever I'm doing, we have to be aware. We have to be aware every single time, everywhere we go. And that's for all black people, whether they think they're a rich black person, whether it's a poor black person, doesn't matter what black person they are. All right. And that's a sad thing where it's like a black person has to pretend that they're not black, but it's like then they face that reality like, hey, you are black. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter what clothes you wear. It doesn't matter what car, house, or any of that material stuff you have. At the end of the day, you're still black. So if a dirty, crooked cop wants to give you a hard time, a dirty, crooked cop is going to do that. And the fact that we have to worry about dirty, crooked cops or some racist person that doesn't feel safe and they feel like that they gotta like chase me down and I ain't even doing nothing to them, or they like, yeah, I'm like, it's stuff like that that's like we have to be worried about. Some people might be better at hiding it. I know I'm good at hiding it, but lately I'm just like, you know, like if I see somebody just like they looking at me differently, like I'm gonna be a little bit alarmed. I'm like, okay, so that person, you know, stay far away from them because I'm not trying to lose my life fooling around with them and stuff. So that's what I'm like, yeah, it's people, it's crazy world, man. It's crazy world. One would think that this stuff would stop. And then what Trump has said, I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Like, bro, that's, man, all right. And this is the guy that like we overall put in office, and well, not me at least, but there's people out there that put that man in office, and I'm like, that's who you guys want to run the country. And I'm pretty sure if there is a person that was saying the same thing, like and they get into office and they were saying that about who was those dudes that came up, well, like it was like some like white dudes that came up to was it the White House? But they've been sharing it around. They've been like posting it around where he said, like, he called, like, the people that's looting and burning down all these places, he called them thugs. But then it was, like, last month, there's, like, these, like, white people that showed up. I can't remember where they showed up to, but they were, like, decked out in these outfits, holding assault rifles and stuff. And he called them, like, very good people. But the people that's, like, you know, and I don't even know, like, and overall, what happened to them? Who did they lose last month when they did that? They didn't lose nobody. And here it is, we actually lose a like loving and caring person, and he calls us thugs for overall how we reacted. They're like, there's people that's fed up, they're upset. I don't think he ever has to worry about that and stuff. Like, it's yeah. I'm like, I think, yeah, because he's overall thinking along the lines like, okay, well, I ain't gotta never deal with some stuff like this. So I don't have to overall put myself in them shoes. He don't have to put himself in that situations. And that's why I think there's the good white people, the white people that's like they're out there looting and rioting with us and stuff. Those are the ones that's like they have a black friend. All right, and it's not that black friend that they use like, you know, I got black friends. No, there is a black person in their life that they care about deeply. And they knew if they were to wake up and this person was dead because of some cop or because of some old white people that's felt like that they were scared for their lives and they had to take the law into their own hands and stuff. And that's me referring to that situation with the guy who was jogging and things and them two guys. That is another case where I'm like, Why? Like, dang, just call the cops. If it was even then, I'm like, man, it's kind of sketchy, like going out and about and things, because it's like somebody like fits the description of you and stuff, and then you getting chased down by people that you don't even know, and then you scared, and then they're like, yeah, it's stuff like that. I'm like, man, you guys, like, come on now. But anyways. But no, there's like white people out there that, you know, there's a black person that they care about deeply, and they know if they were to lose them, yes, they're going to be upset. They're going to be mad. So they are putting themselves in our shoes. They are putting themselves in the situation. But to like exclude yourself from the situation and to feel like that, oh, like I ain't got to worry about it, I ain't got to think about it, so I can say whatever I want to say and things. And then there is the one guy, and I'm like, to just roast that man a little bit. So there's this, I think he's either a mayor, governor, or whoever he was. He comes out and says that, like, oh, if you can talk, then you can breathe. But this dude he didn't even really have a neck. It was just chin and chest. Like, it was honestly just his chin, shoulder, chest. And it wasn't even really a chest. It was just like one big ball underneath a shirt. Like, bro, you ain't got no like that. And that's the thing. I gotta ask him, okay, have you ever had somebody, like, in the, overall, they wouldn't be able to do it, but if you ever had somebody put their knee in the back of your neck? Because I, like, just overall seeing how that man was struggling and stuff, like, yeah, it seems like that's something that, you know, you would be kind of, like, worried about. You'd be kind of scared of something like that when it happened to you. That guy, on the other hand, he doesn't have a neck, so he ain't got to worry about that. The only thing that dude's going to be putting his knee in the back of is his head or his back. That man, he ain't going to most likely feel it. He's got, like, a freaking bulletproof armor of just fat going around his whole body and stuff. I know I shouldn't be saying rude stuff like that, but I'm just saying, like, don't come out and say some things like that and then expect, like, nobody not to respond and stuff.